Oh my goodness, I see why YouTubers have such a hard time recording. Okay. We're just gonna keep it funky. It is 12:22 midnight. Coming straight to you from Delaware. But I'm a New Yorker though. Okay? Long story short, this video is going to be about why yes, quit smoking weed after 10 years. Wow, let's see. So I have it all written here, why I quit, but I'm just going to give a brief background check. How it all started, my downfalls, and what led up to this point. So let's go, let's get it. Started at 13, was introduced at 12, really started smoking at 13. And per usual, it's all fun and games with your friends. Y'all all laughing, y'all high. It's a thrill, you know? The food tastes better. Everything is just like one big video game, literally. It goes from smoking maybe 1 time a week to increasing it 2 times a week. You're linking up 3 times a week. Now you're doing it every day. So I want to say around like when I was 14 is when I really opened up to my parents about me smoking. Because they found out before I knew that they knew. But what I did not know is they smoke. So it kind of brought us together in an awkward way. Like, they gave me the green light to smoke in the house, and that's where shit went downhill. That's where I wish they would have never enabled it to begin with. But you live and you learn, right? Because around that time, I'm still in high school, so you already know. You're coming home from school, you cop your weed, you smoking, and you just crash out for the rest of the night. No homework is getting done. You just out of it. And then when it is time to do schoolwork, you procrastinating. And then you wonder why your grades is slipping the fuck down. But disclaimer, this video is not to make anyone feel bad about smoking weed. This is not to change anyone's mind about smoking weed unless you're motivated to. This is my reason why I want to stop. And hopefully, if you're seeking motivation to stop smoking, I hope this video helps you the way that I was seeking the same motivation from other videos that I've watched. So, back to 14 now. So 14, still in high school, still, you know, young and vibrant and free. And that's where I knew it was getting bad because I was just more isolated. I didn't really want to like come in my room much. Just wanted to smoke my weed and mind my business. I didn't really want no type of socializing around me. Like, it's to the point where if I hear people passing by my door, I will hope that they're not coming into my room. Like, that's how bad it was. And this is what's been happening for a while now. Even when it came down to, like, being in a safe with your friends, I'd be the most quiet one. It'll be sometimes I'll be social as hell. And then there's just sometimes I just flat out stop talking, don't have nothing to say, can't get a word out, can't get a sentence together. It was bad. And I hated it, but I was still smoking. And of course, I had the occasional, damn, I want to stop, I want to quit. I did quit a couple times, didn't really last long. I said the longest that I've ever went without smoking was a month and 4 days. Because what happened was, we're just going to fast forward. Just know that I've always settled for less. Shitty jobs because they weren't doing drug tests. Well, they did, but they didn't drug test me, right? And I've always quit jobs. Like, as long as I was making a little bit of money and I was able to smoke my weed, that's all I cared about at the time. So now, and I really blew a lot of opportunities too, like good opportunities. Like, I was never a lazy worker, but I never put my full potential. I was always trying to find an easy way out. So I can't blame nobody but myself. Like, I'm real with it now because my mindset is completely different. I don't even play that shit. When you got rent to pay, it ain't no easy way out. Okay? But let's stay on topic. So, fast forwarding into when I quit for about a month and 4 days, I was doing really good. I was on a good streak. It didn't bother me. It didn't catch smoke. As long as I had my little wine or my little drink, I was fine. It wasn't nothing. And then it was one day, me and my cousin were sitting out on the porch in my grandmother's house. He was smoking his weed. Shit was smelling amazing. I kid you not, it was really smelling man good. And my lungs got horny and I gave in. And from there, it went from just a couple pulls to smoking a whole damn blunt with this guy every single day in the summer. It went bad. So, not only at the time, because I had moved from the Bronx to Brooklyn, financially I wasn't there. I was still looking for a job. And on top of that, I was trying to do security. Now, if you know you're doing security, you know you're not supposed to be smoking because they will drug test you. Point blank, period. And that went all the way over my head. Luckily, I went to a job interview, got drug tested, little swab test, nailed it, got the job, still currently have my job. Don't know how that happened. And knowing that, you know, at any point they give me a random drug test, I'm still smoking, still consuming the devil's lettuce. That just wasn't enough for me to stop. As long as I had my little job, I was making my little coin, I'm gonna keep smoking. So I thought, right? So over time, I always felt like weed wasn't benefiting me anymore, in a sense of like it wasn't fun anymore. It wasn't a thrill anymore. Like it was just like I'm doing it to do it now. Like it's becoming a habitual thing. And I always felt down on it. Like I would get really, really low. Really, really low. Like the isolation was crazy. But to feel isolated and down is another thing. And it just wasn't fun. So in the back of my mind, I'm always like, yeah, I want to quit. I don't want to do this anymore. Like, it's not benefiting me. This is too expensive. Yet I'm still doing it. And I never understood what did I fear losing if I stopped smoking weed, you know? So now let's get into the good stuff on why I quit. And I'm looking down because I'm looking at the paper so I stay on topic. So I just want to see myself really like let this go. 10 years is just too much. I'm 23 now. Like life is getting real. I got rent to pay. I ain't got time to be debating whether I could pay a bill or if I want to cop an AV. Like you just shouldn't be doing it if you have to do that. That's just it. So I just want to see myself really let go of this for real. Like I've had my fair share. I know what it feels like. It's getting more and more expensive. Now they got this whole top shelf stuff. They want to be charging you $60 for an eighth because it's runs. I don't give a fuck what it is. You're not going to be charging me $60 for no eighth. Meanwhile, you're giving me platinum in a good looking bag. Okay, I'm on to y'all. But that's another story. And I know I can be so much further ahead if I put the blunt down. Like my drive and my motivation would excel so much more if I wasn't smoking as much as I was. Weight loss and insecurities. Yes. You know, I'm already slim. My average weight has always been 126, 127, 128. Lowest I'll probably go down to 123. I came up here to Delaware to visit my parents. And for them to tell me that I got like slimmer was like, oh, fuck no. I cannot do this. Like, I stepped on a scale and I was only 120 pounds solid. I have not seen me be 120 pounds since high school. So that was like really, really, really a big letdown to me. And I just was not having it. I said, oh, no, 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 no. And it literally feels like every time that I smoke, in my mind, I feel like I just lost 2 pounds. I just lost 3 pounds. Like, I just couldn't enjoy being high without thinking about my weight, without thinking about my insecurities. Like, I could see my ribs. And at 23, that's not something that you want to experience. Like, you feel like at this age, you should have enough weight on you as a woman. Period. And that's not to body shame any slim girls. Like, I'm right along with you. But I know at the end of the day, we all want to have a little bit more weight on us. Period. So, that was just another thing for me. Like, it was making me down all the time. Especially while smoking. It's like, damn, I feel like I just lost 2 pounds. I feel like I just lost 3 pounds. Like, I should have had to think that way about a substance that I like. if the substance that I like is making me feel this way, maybe I should not just be doing it. Maybe I shouldn't be altering my mind to be doing this anymore. So that's another reason. My dependency was becoming way too strong, especially now that we're in quarantine. All the years that I've been smoking, I've never copped more than an AFI. I just never had to. My parents either had it or I just knew how to stretch it out enough that I would have enough to spare. Copping dubs and AFIs every single day was adding up to the point where I'm like, fuck it, let me cop a quarter. Maybe it'll last me longer. But in this day and age, you ain't getting the quantity. You're not getting the quantity that you're paying for. You paying almost $60 and you finishing the shit in 3 days. That shit should be lasting me a little longer than that. I've never in my life copped the O until quarantine. Swear to God. Never. And I looked at it from the aspect of, well, I'll be spending less and have more if I have more weed. Right? No. Because I'm still not satisfied while I'm smoking. So I spent $170 on the O and I'm still here down. Still here not really like amped up about it anymore. Like, it's getting tiring, especially during quarantine. What else is there to do but smoke? Especially if you don't have any other way to entertain yourself. It's just like, forget about it. Next reason is putting off opportunities that will help me. I started doing security because I personally want to do school safety. How can I do school safety, or better yet, find a better career path for myself when knowing all the good jobs you have to take a drug test? So I'm going to continue to work shitty jobs to stay comfortable because I can't pass a drug test? That shit is pathetic. And I just wasn't having it. Like, I don't want to have that fear anymore. I don't want to see me doing the same job for 10 to 12 years like other people because they're comfortable and they know that if they go somewhere else, they're not passing the drug test or they just can't get out that comfort zone. And I don't want that for myself. I want to see me achieve what I want in this life. What my purpose really is supposed to be. And me holding on to that blunt all day is not going to get me there at all. If I can't feel the urge to quit, I shouldn't feel no urge to have no motivation to do anything else then. Because it's like you're putting yourself off on opportunities when you could excel so much more if you just put the blunt down and give yourself a chance. So, I don't want to fear no more drug tests. I don't want them to drug test me and I'd be like, yeah, let's do this. Like, I want to look at them and laugh like, yeah, haha. I don't do that. So, another reason is I feel like it was hard to converse with people at certain times. Like, I would really be, like, so stuck when I was high. Like, I would be so silent. Like, I just get these random moments where I just go completely mute. And it was so embarrassing, honestly. Like, people really felt awkward around me. Because I could be the most social person. I love talking to people, meeting people, just interacting with people in general. Like, I'm a social butterfly. I love to converse with people. So for me to be stuck and just not have nothing to say is quite embarrassing. When it came down to family, it's not much that I could say to them. Like, my own parents, like, I'll say probably 1 or 2 words, go in my room and stay in there. And I want to be bothered. Like, really just want to stay to myself, knowing deep down that's not even really what I wanted. So that's another reason why I wanted to quit. And why I did quit. Because I am now 11 days sober. So, wasting time on a temporary feeling. Like, you know, it's one thing because the way people smoke, everybody smokes different. You know, you could be smoking to kill time, smoking because you have anxiety, smoking just whatever your reason is. I was feeling that void of boredom, and I'm a Sagittarius. We hate boredom. I was feeling my void just with smoking. Ain't nothing to do, let me smoke. To go to the store, let me smoke. To just watch a movie, let me smoke. To eat, let me smoke. I shouldn't have to chase something that's so temporary to only be back in the same mindset of being bored. It's just pointless. So that had to go. And I feel like, see, me, I'm very into doing promo visuals and editing videos, and I also like to do music. And I felt like that was like where I found my creative outlet. I feel like you shouldn't have to depend on a substance to be creative. If that's what you want, and that's your calling, that creativity should come to you naturally. It shouldn't take a substance to alter your mind to be creative. So that's out. And overall, I want a clearer mind. I'm tired of waking up every day feeling like, what was I supposed to do? Oh shit, I was supposed to do this. Oh my gosh. Like, just all space cadet. No, can't do that anymore. Because when it all comes down to it, that shit shows. Imagine you having a whole conversation with a person. They just told you their name, and you don't even remember that shit. I know for a fact that the weed has fucked up my fucking brain cells. Because literally somebody would tell me their name, and I would deadass forget so quick. Or if we're on topic about something, my mind will alter somewhere else. Health-wise, first of all, if you from New York, you know we smoke papers and Fonto. That is tobacco. Funnel. However y'all call it, we call it Fonto. It's a long piece of leaf, a brown leaf. And it's just tobacco leaf. But what it does is it makes the spliff burn a little slower, and it gives it a nice little hit. It hits a little more than the average joint, right? But overall, all that tobacco intake is not good either. And that goes back to what I felt was making me lose weight as well. Tobacco is tobacco. Whether it's a cigarette, a black, or weed. Dutches, cigarillos, whatever you smoke out of, it's tobacco. Tobacco is tobacco. You're either going to lose weight, you're either going to have loss of appetite, or you're just going to have a whole bunch of health problems. And for me, it was that tar taste. Like, you ever just have that, like that tar taste in your mouth that you just cough up phlegm all the time, and it really does not look good at all. And then you're having trouble breathing. Sometimes it really hurts to, breathe right. I couldn't even inhale deeply. And I'm very active. I work out. I used to run track. I was still smoking weed while running track. Word to everything, I feel like if I was not smoking weed, I probably would have had a scholarship for running track. Because I was elite. That's another topic, though. It's just the principle. Like, I had trouble breathing all the way up to maybe about 2 weeks ago since I've been out here. I was working out in my backyard. I had my dad coaching me, and I could not inhale deeply. It felt like something was stuck right here. Now I could breathe a lot better. Like, my lungs feel so clear, and it's only been 11 days. But I'm still getting all the phlegm out and everything. So, also, I don't know if this happens to anyone else. Maybe it all depends on the weed that you're smoking. But I will have these occasional moments where I feel like I'm having a panic attack. Literally, not too long ago while I was smoking. See, at first when I wanted to stop smoking, I was slowing it down. First, I stopped just using Fonto leaf in general. So I just smoked the joint. I smoked that joint. I was in my kitchen preparing a peanut butter smoothie, and all of a sudden it felt like the room was closing in on me. Like, I was getting so dizzy. I could not relax. I had cold milk. It would not calm me down. I jumped in a cold shower. It did not calm me down. Then when I jumped in a cold shower, I forgot the mess that I left in the kitchen. And I'm like, oh shit, I gotta go clean up. I go to try to clean up, and my aunt sees me, and she's like, are you okay? Are you okay? And she had to literally calm me down with a cool napkin with cold water on it. I don't understand what that was. Maybe it was just the strain. It was platinum cookies. It was the worst feeling. And even that did not make me stop smoking right away. So all of that fainting and panic attack feeling, I can't deal with it. I can't deal with it. And I used to get those often. But that happened recently, and that was like the worst of the worst feeling. Like, I really thought I had to go to the hospital. It was bad. Mood swings. Y'all know, as soon as y'all low on weed or you're just dry in general and you gotta wait for the bud man to come, your whole mood flips in an instant. And if you're real with yourself, you would admit it, because I can sit here and tell you I hated waiting for my bud man. I hated it. I will go through 4, 5, 7 people until I found something just to hold me for that moment. And by the time that they get to you, you already got the weed already. It's like, why am I altering my mood for the next man that's going to take my money? Like, I'm getting mad because they don't want to take my money right away, or they're not around to take my money right away. That's just out of line for me. And then, not to mention, when you get the weed, you just pay $30, $35 for an eighth, and you only got like 2 nuggets of weed. That also put me in a bad mood, because it's like I'm not getting the quantity that I'm paying for. I'm wasting all this money. I'm giving you all my money, and you giving me like 2, 3 nuggets of weed because it's platinum, or it's this, or it's that. I don't care what it is. I want what I paid for, right? And not being able to deal with your real emotions, I shouldn't have to alter myself when I'm upset with a substance or for it. I should be able to manage my emotions better, deal with it better on my own. That was another reason. My image. I've been down this road of trying to quit so many times that when I bring it up, people be like, you always say this, or you know you not stopping. Or just in general with family members, like they look at me like, oh yeah, all she do is smoke. You know? I'm tired of that. I really am. Because everybody knows my potential, and I know my potential, and I know that's not all that I want to do, and that's not all that I do. But in other people's eyes, that's how you look. Point blank, period. And I also wrote, didn't want people to continuously doubt me. Like, I can stop smoking weed. Like, I don't need to smoke weed to be anything. Like, I'm going to be me regardless. I'm going to still have this crackhead energy regardless, whether I smoke or I don't smoke, you know? But it just gets annoying when you really just need encouragement and you got people doubting you. So it makes you be like, fuck it, I'm just not going to stop then. Because it's like, nobody else believes in me. I don't have the motivation I need to really quit. I just give in easily. So to wrap this all up, 11 days ago, I just accepted that I had a mental addiction to weed. And that was the first step for me, just admitting it. Because an addiction is an addiction. You could be addicted to video games. You could be addicted to food, overeating. You could be addicted to working out every day without taking a break, which is bad for you. You know, you could be addicted to gambling. An addiction is an addiction. So when I say I was mentally addicted, that's what it was. Knowing that I want to quit, knowing all the benefits that I'm not receiving, and all the things that were bothering me deep down inside as I'm smoking, yet I'm still smoking. So I had to accept that first. And accepting that after 10 years in the game of just smoking every single day with certain breaks in between. I want to live a healthier lifestyle. Like, you know, it's no telling when, as I get older, this body is not going to function the same. And me continuously putting smoke into my lungs and not giving myself a break, or at least being active, ain't no telling when, you know, my time going to come and they tell me I got something that I don't want to hear. So I could avoid that now and clean myself up. Or I could wait until they tell me some bad news, and then it's like, damn, I wish I would have stopped sooner. saving more money. I look at it like this. I'm making the next man rich while I'm going broke. If you can maintain your spending habits on weed, shout out to you. But I know I got bills to pay, rent to pay, transportation, food that needs to be put on the table, clothes on my back. I like to send my parents money here and there. How am I going to do that when I got to balance between all those responsibilities and if I want to smoke? And meanwhile, when I do get to smoke, the quantity is not even going to add up to what I just paid for. So now I feel like I wasted my money to smoke this in literally like 2 days. So if I could save more money and not have to, and I have tremendously been saving a lot more money than I've ever seen in my account than all the other time that I've been working. Swear to you. I want to accomplish more. I want to actually meet my goals. I didn't set myself to be a security guard to just do security in one place. I know exactly where I'm going with this. I know exactly what I need to get where I want to be. I'm all for the kids. Like, the kids need people like us, like around their age that at least understand what they go through to seek motivation sometimes. Like, dang, if she could do this, I could do this too, you know? She's not too far from me. I want to be that outlet for the kids. Like, I've always said, I'm meant to be somewhere to motivate, you know? I can motivate anybody, yet myself sometimes. And I feel like I always give good advice, but I don't take my good advice sometimes. So I just feel like if I want to do school safety, I gotta be able to pass that drug test. And I also have to have a clear mind to study for the test. Because it's just one thing to pass the drug test. You have to pass the exams too. And those exams are like 100 something questions. So I don't know who in their right mind smokes weed as a school safety officer, but I doubt it. So that's just straight like that. I know exactly where I want to be at and what I want to do. And I'm going to get there. I want to gain my weight back. I don't want to sit here and have to think about if I lost weight today at all. I should be confident enough to see me put on healthier weight. And even if I reach the goal of 135, I'm fine with that because I just went from 120 to 135. You know what I'm saying? Since I've been out in Delaware, I've gained 4 pounds. I'm 124 now. So that's progression in a little bit of time. So let's say in 90 days, I reach up to my goal or better. I'm going to be very, very happy because I know I'll look healthier and I won't have people pointing out my flaws or making me feel bad or for something that I know that I'm doing to myself. So, plus I'm a very active person and I'm always moving around, so I don't expect me to gain so much weight that is noticeable. But, you know, at least a couple more pounds, I'll be satisfied with that. And overall, just letting go of the habit, letting go of this mental slavery that I'm putting myself in. I should not have to be sitting here having a pity party while I'm still doing something that's making me feel bad. It's just time to let it go altogether. If you're not gaining anything from it, let it go. Just like anything else. And that was literally all the reasons that I wrote on why I quit smoking weed. And I hope overall I get to keep updating my progress, and I feel confident this time is really the last time. Like, since I've stopped cold turkey at that, like, I literally threw away anything that reminds me of smoking. Papers, lighters. Like, I have a couple lighters, but that's just to light my candles. But it doesn't give me a urge to smoke. I've gave my weed away. Threw away all clips. Just anything that reminds me of it, it's gone. It's out of sight, out of mind. And I don't have any urge to smoke. I don't want to go back. Honestly, I don't feel like that's where my head is at. I'm learning to deal with my real emotions, my real mood swings. Like, I'm learning to really get into myself again. Really feel who I am for real. And it feels good. Like, it's okay to miss out if that means I'm going to gain every benefit that I want from it. If I don't have to worry about going broke or losing weight or feeling down or feeling insecure or missing out on opportunities and watching my life just go all the way past me because I'm just settling in a box and gaining my social skills back and being able to interact with people naturally, I'm with that. I don't care what I miss out on. Because it's okay to be different. It's okay to accept that you're not going to fit in with everybody that does what you don't do. Like, and that's okay with me. Because the real support that I need is just myself. I have enough support for myself that I could gain from other people. Because it's always going to be someone who enables it that tries to convince you, like, oh, you need this, you need that. And those are the people you got to stay away from. What benefits you might not benefit me. And that goes for anything in life. If you tell me a skincare product and I try it, but it doesn't affect me the way that it affected you, it's just not meant for me. Smoking is just not meant for me anymore. I was abusing it, and that's why I feel like it's not meant for me anymore. I did it to myself. I don't blame anyone else who ever introduced me to it. I don't. Because I had the willpower to say no. I had the willpower to quit. I had the will, it's all a mental thing in the end. And the first step is being real with yourself. And that is why I stopped smoking weed. And I'm going to continue to stop smoking weed. And I hope to keep updating you guys on my progression on not smoking weed anymore. My goal is 90 days. But the real goal is a lifetime. And I hope this video gave a brief summary and a little motivation. And I hope it helps. And that is why I stopped smoking weed. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I thank you for watching. And if you have any questions or any advice, anything that you want me to update you guys on, leave it in the comment section. Thank you for watching. I hope that I didn't ramble or, get off topic too many times. And just thank you. Thank you for watching if you made it this far. You're a real one. Well,